Oh yeah, Tashidele to everyone. So today I'm going to teach here about 9 cleansing breathe practice and also meditation for peace and mental harmony. So before we doing that, as traditionally, so I'm going to make a short prayer of Nyame Sherab Jalsen and Lamin Aljor. So while I'm praying, those who all you are listening and watching, so join with the meditation and prayer if you are known about, because this is the prayer to receive the blessings to myself so that I can be helpful in a way of my instruction and teaching. And those who you are listening and the supplication prayers are praying with me, also receiving blessing and harmonizing our body, speech, and mind so that we are well focused and well present in a listening of this teaching. So you all can join with me, okay?
Dejen jabo gunsan jawan de meje zonde jera mawe sanzale benje tuje nyame bajera janzen jala zowan de dejen jabo gunsan jawan de meje zonde jera nawe sanzale benje tuje nyame bajera janzen jala zowan de jen jabo gunsan jawan de meje zonde jera nawe zale benje zojen nyame ba shera janzen jala sowan de
So with receiving the blessings from Nyame Sherab Jalsen and the Buddha of Compassion, Shela Ogar, in the form of the appearance, but in real is none other than our root masters. So now we are making a short meditation, so calming ourselves, harmonizing our mental, relaxing, so that we are more focused in the presence and open to receive the teachings, and the mind be more relaxed. So body, speech, mind needs to be relaxed and presence at the place where we are meant. So therefore we will make a very short meditation to prepare ourselves more relaxing and calm. Okay, so this is part of grounding ourselves or harmonizing ourselves, as I say. Now today the main topic that I'm going to talk about is very common to many of you that who are listening, familiar with the practice, maybe to both Buddhist and a Burn tradition, that we call in Tibetan we call a Lungro Gutuk, ninefold breathing practice. Generally, this teaching I'm giving particularly as my first live webcast teaching, with the request of the students and organized by Sharzaling Institute of my center here in the Burn tradition in Poland. So with their request, and in order to make a more grounding and understanding people the importance of this simple practice. It is not such a complication and deep like a very vast other teachings like we may all think. But this is a very essential practice and the most important and beneficial in our day-to-day practice. The reason of this is because we as all sentient beings, and particularly as we ourselves, human being, we are living because we are breathing. We are breathing because we have the collective energy of the five elements, and one of them is wind element or the air. In a technical way here, in our daily uses, we call a breath, that we are breathing in and out. So this our wind element has a very important part of our everyday to-day life to make difference. If it is all balanced, positive, it nourishes you, it supplements your progressing your health, mental quality, in the presence, in many levels. So likewise, this as a daily practitioner. So every morning, for example, we do start with the practice of this ninefold breathing, which mainly we focus 3 channels. Beside, we have many channels and nerves that each have different functions. But most of all important, that these are known as 3 great channels that carrying all the potential energies. And especially with this practice, we visualize 3 channels, the right and the left and the center channel. Right is a white channel, and the left as a red channel, and the center as a blue, which joins. First you have to know the channels. If you imagining in your body that along with the spine cord and then goes down the center channel through the center and the side, the right and the white and the red channels, and joining at the below the navel, and the center channel goes along and opens at the crown level here, like an upset open the long trumpet. And the two channels, the right and left, crossing from the back and under the scarf, it is being coming above the air and comes down to the two nose tip. So imagining with that, white as a right, red as a left, blue in the center channel. Although there are different text differences, also the alternate side of the man and woman, but here what I'm talking is all as the same, common to all, as a one usual one, common one. So everyone can visualize the red channel as a left and the right channel as a white and the center channel as a blue, and imagining with that. So when you are inhaling and when you're exhaling, it's not just we are breathing in and out. See, the energy of the wind that has a lot of qualities, different functions, different personalities it has. If you practice more of Tsalung and Tulungkor, that Tsa and Lung explains all more detail and expansion level. So we don't go it very detailed here. But still the same quality of that breathing, that air, is the one which makes us move, which makes us grow, which makes us hold, which makes us expelling, cleansing, removing, and which makes opening and also awakening and healing. So here, with this image of three channels, we are inhaling we call it Yisheji Delung, inhaling the wisdom, joy, energetic, pure energy of the universal energy of the wind. We inhale it, which has a potential to nourish ourselves physically and mentally, and also which has a potential to cleanse it, all the useless, all the toxins, all the holded emotional air that we are exhaling it. In place of that exhalation, we are inhaling all those nourishes, wisdom quality of universal wind, the potential of that five elements. One of them is a wind. So Yisheji Delung, Nyomombe Tsublung. So we inhale the potential of wisdom and joyful wind, and we expel the emotional wind energy that makes us disturbing in our thought, without resting, without able to focusing in meditation, in every action of what we do. So we expel all those painfuls that you are holding in. So every time when you inhale, you're imagining those all wisdom and nourishing quality of the wind element. And every time when we are exhaling it out, so we exhaling all those negative and emotionals, sickness, stress, depression, that whatever it must emotionally you are holding and bothered by. So each of these, that is how you conceptualize. Each time, each exhaling has connected with the negative form of energy that we are expelling. For example, first three inhaling and first three exhaling. First three exhaling is connecting with the energy that is along with the male aspect of negative energy that is corresponding to the illness or the physical imbalance, health issues that is connected with the, we call the wind element, quality of sickness. And we are expelling it in the form of, when we are expelling it out, imagining that more light blue color of kind of smoky air is removing out of your nose, which represent all those type of the negative energy of the male aspect, along with that the sickness which is more to the wind element. And we are expelling, and the time of the past, present, future, that is any negative karmic causes related with this, the elements and the sickness of the past. Imagining that we are expelling it out of your body, out of your mind, out of your thought. Repeating 3 times. And the second inhaling is the same in a potential way, wisdom and joyful, energy of wind. But exhaling is related with the female kind of the negative force or energy. And that related with that energy, the sickness we call bile. The bile, and removing it from our, again, anything that we have cultivated in many different lifetimes of our karma. So we are expelling that of any condition and causes related with the future fruitional experience of these sufferings and illness of the type of the bile quality, LATRI. We expel all of the causes that is for future. And the third inhale, same, but exhaling it out. Yeah, the second one is in a pink color. The color-wise, you imagining when you're expelling in the form of smoky, but in the more pink color, and which is corresponding the second type of the sickness, more of the bile, tripa in Tibetan, and the time-wise, the future. And then the third, again, 3 times inhaling, 3 times exhaling, exhaling again. That is connected with the negative force or energy of the water serpent or the lu, naga in the Sanskrit words, spirit. That corresponding the sickness of flame, Pekin in the Tibetan. So, and the time according to that is the present. So past, future, and the present, that has been connection to our karma that brings the suffering and the sickness, this illness, and these all sort of type of cause and the things that we are struggle, it meant to be removed and out with our meditation and imagining while you inhale and while you exhale. This is the ninefold, we call. And you can repeat this 3 times of set, or the 7 times of set, or the 21 times of set, according to your health, according to your time, according to your conditions of whatever you are aim and go. If not, at least as a regular, before you start your daily meditation in the morning, this ninefold breathing 3 times repetition is a great beneficial. So this is kind of general how you visualize, how you imagining, and how you inhale and how you exhale, what we call is a lungro gutu, the ninefold breathing practice. So let us do here. So if you are sitting on the floor, so sit in a 5 body posture of meditation, the cross leg, straight your spine, and kind of naturally open your shoulder and make a whole kind of window at the elbows, and a slightly natural slight kind of bending of your necks. And then mouth, not totally closed, just a piece of like a barley size mouth be open so that breathing can hold in and out easily and so forth. So if you're sitting on the chair, let it be, but still your back need to be straight, because the channels are going along and from the inside with this our body, which is connected with our spine cord. So it's important to have a straight. The channel can straightly carry on the air or the wind from our channels. Okay? So then now you touch your thumb finger to the base of the ring finger. The left hand you can still put rest in your lap in a meditation position, contemplation position, and you block kind of your right nostril and inhale, You block your left nostril, inhale from right nostril, imagining those 3 channels. So you can watch me here. So imagining that is going all the way from here, right side, and coming down all the way. You need to feel and imagining that is moving. And you go along with the breathing goes and enter into the joint and into the center. And go side to the left. Come up, all the way up. And from that, and then when it reaches to here, then you can exhale, change your finger and block the right nostril and exhale it. Little bit stronger exhalation than the healing. Healing in this practice, healing smooth and gentle, and exhale a little bit stronger, because exhaling all this what you call the negative force or the imbalance and impure, all impurity of the energies and so forth, we are expelling it, right? So a little stronger. And inhale smooth, gentle, with the full feeling in the presence of yourself, the while it is being inhaling and both in exhale. So repeating this 3 times. Third time. So now keep blocking the right nostril, and we are now inhaling from the left. So same way, the concept of inhaling is the same as before I mentioned. Little bit stronger exhalation than the first 3 exhalation. So when you're exhaling second time, that is the time you need to clearly focus in the presence of that very focus, which is connected with the negative energy or force from the female aspect, and then the corresponding to that energy causes of make us conditioning of our illness. That is quality or illness of the bile and of the connecting with the future. So you imagine all those energy of the negative karma and so forth, and these things, we are expelling it. You think and you feel it when you expelling as a breathing. So imagining the color of this is more like a pink color, more like a light blue color. Understand? So that's how you think about it. And the second one, we're thinking more of the pink color. Third one, we are thinking about more smoky and a dark black color. Okay, so this is important in our concept when you are expelling it. Okay. Then third time. Oh yeah. So now we are on the third time. So now you rest both your hands resting in your lap as in a contemplation gesture, and then you inhale from the both nostril and exhale from the both nostril. When you are expelling it out, imagining that center, you are expelling through center channel, although you are expelling breathing from your nostril, both nostrils, but imagining that breathing the air which is you're expelling, all the toxins, stress, illness, karmic connection of the presence, energy of negativity, all you imagining that breathing is reached here at the top of your crown level, and then you expel it from your nostril. So you expel here a little bit more stronger, like total emptying it, total cleansing it out of your body. Second, and the third time. So this is now 3 times, kind of like a 3 from right, 3 from left, 3 from both. So that is what we call a 9-fold breathing. So this you can repeat 3 set or 7 set or 21 set, as I mentioned. The more you do regular, the more you will able to feel noticeable the result of that. It's very clear. It's not only imagining and thinking, but in real, if you do these breathings, your meditation focus will remain more sharp, clearer, and stable, and you physically become much more kind of lighter, energetic whole day, and concentration on your meditation or concentration on your everyday activities will be much more different. That makes you very present, very active, very grown up, grounded one in yourself, clearly by able to being in the presence of what you are doing, in not necessarily only meditation. This breathing also balance the 5 elements. You see, all these 3 channels are actually connected with our chakras, wheels of energy or the points of energies. In Sanskrit, they call a chakra. We call a kolo, which is the points of these important points of the power of energies. Each of these points also connect with our organs. So therefore, the breathing of this practice, it is like a cleansing your channels. It is like very much, you can imagining that like a water tunnel. When the tunnel is unblocked, clearly straightforward, there's nothing obscuration in between. The water goes through and straight, energetically, sharply, and with no distraction or obstacles. Likewise, our channels are also carrying all those form of energy level, light level, liquidity level, all those quality of the energies. It is being followed by any kind of obstacles may removed, and you have full kind of unblocked. So there is no kind of, when your channels are not blocked, whatever the energy is carrying in the channel is go directly and supplying to the parts where it is connected. That is nourishing the energy to our each points of the organs and the chakras, the points. When these are well balanced, well nourished, we have no other reason than being a healthy, happy, present, and those naturally your mind became much more clearer, much more calm, much more peace, became much more loving and compassionate. So this is what it is practice. Then after this breathing practice of 3 sets, 7 sets, whatever you are comfortable with, then bring yourself ground on. Let yourself relax physically and mentally. Meditate on it. Whatever your view of meditation, the meditation is a kind of like making yourself familiar what you are known about, what you have known. In Tibetan, meditation means gom. Gom means to make familiar yourself, familiarizing. So what you have known in your experience of practice, you try to make it more familiarizing, so you become very aware and very fluent and authoritative. And you could experience a direct experience. You could get with no obscurations. Because our mind is very disturbed and easily disturbed. If we have all these channels and energies of our body parts are being balanced, we have a much more quality of our meditation. So this breathing practice is very simple, like if you do it, hardly you will have, it will take you a time of 15 minutes to 20. But this will give you a great amount of wisdom, quality, benefits in your everyday life and in everyday practice. That you can witness yourself, by yourself, putting into time to practice. Then you will know whether this, what I am teaching, it is truly beneficial or not. Because it is not my word, I'm just delivering what is being taught by our masters and who were taught by their masters. And originally it is taught from the enlightened ones. And the generation after generation, this practice has been carrying and preserved till and now. And it is equally effective as it was long before, many thousand years. Because structure of our body, channel, energy, points of energies, and all are very much same as before. But our mental is more destructive than long before. We have nowadays lot of reason to be distracted. Many things, external materials are very highly developed. We have lot of demands, and we have lot of the desire and attachment to fulfill and to want all of them, and which practically we were not able to fulfill all or achieve it all as we want. So what do we do? Then we are suppressed under the emotional thought of competitive energy, stress, depression, and then we are disturbed totally mental, and our mental peace, harmony, mentally and physically, is completely disturbed, and we don't experience that. So many people have nowadays in a modern time, as much as we are living with high technician and the development, all these materials, but that much we are also suffering through and not being able to yourself being in a state of peace and harmony and happiness, although that is what you are searching for and put all your effort is meant to be for that reason, but still we are not achieving it because we are not focusing on the right thing. This simple practice will help you a lot, and you can check yourself whether this simple practice is truly able to help you some or not. So that's a part of it. The benefit of this, as I mentioned, number one, it balances the whole elements of your self or your body. the elements of the water quality, earth quality, fire quality, wind quality, spacious quality. These are the most quality, the energy that we are directly connected and surviving with. One of these elements are not being balanced well, we start getting sick. So this practice has a great potential to us to get in a right state or practice or positive energy. And the breathing, this air or the wind element has a great potential. It can make all grow with a perfect and reasonable quality of energy if we have. Let it grow. It also can protect us from many of the imperfect condition of that. By the energy of that will cleanse it, that will wipe it out. But it also can destroy it and damage ourselves when it is overflow, overloaded, kind of like an overdosage. Same. Imbalance, that is what we call imbalance. So through this practice, we are balancing it by our imagination, by our practice of that very breathing in and out, because that is where we are opening the channels, we are connecting to our energy points, and we are supplying the nourishes energy to our organs. And that is how each. And that will expand our inner space. The more space we have in ourselves, and we realize, more we become flexible. More we become flexible, we are less agitated. Less agitated means more relaxing. More relaxing is more harmony, more peace, more rested. You are physically rested, mentally rested. You become in a good shape. Otherwise, if you look always after the material and external, we become restless. And we all know that. Running and running day in and night, day in and night, day in and night. Running after all this material purpose. And never thinking about spiritual nourishment in our everyday life. Then we have a great trouble and problem. Those people who are balancing with the spiritual quality and material quality in our life are much more better quality of life than that person who are running always out. And those persons are very much deep inside, focus more internal self than outside. They are even much higher and better quality in a way of living, in a way of perceiving things outside, inwards. Although we are living in the same society, same world, but we all live in a different level of our own experience and respond to. That is not the difference from what we are watching or what we are experiencing, what we are encountering in the world. But that is how we react to the world and how we perceive towards it, how we take it. And this all has to do with meditation. So let us do a ninefold breathing continually without explanation. So I want you all to join with us, okay? So 3 and 3 and 3. So let us do this, and then we do a short meditation there, and then I'm going to explain a little about meditation to harmonizing ourselves mentally and physically, okay? So starting with touching your thumb finger to the base of the ring finger. Second time. Third time. So breathing in again, second time. Second. Third. So now third set. So breathing in from both nostril and expel it from both nostril, but imagining when you're expelling from the crown, which is third channel is opened up at the same level of crown. Okay? Second. Third. So let us rest. After cleansing it, let us feel the presence. Let us feel the cleanse. Let us feel the flow of energy. And try to mind focus and presence. Let mind remain within yourself where you are meditating physically. Feel total relaxation, bodily and mind both. Oh yeah. So now this is part of what we call a 9 breathing and a little meditation. So what is meditation we are talking about here? As I say, to develop grounding yourself, developing the inner peace, and generate the mental harmony. The main reasons of our disturbed, unrested, not able to remaining in the state of harmony and peace in our everyday experience and everyday life. Obviously that we all have a same desire to live happy life, no matter what circumstances is around with you. But that is not easy as we wish and as we talk and as we think about what we want. Because meditation, who does meditation? Truly, if you go deep in yourself, and the meditation is need to be done or need to be aware by the mind. If we are not well trained our mind to be in the place, to be in the state, to be what we want to be, then we are not able to meditate. In order to meditate, we have to know something, what we are meditating, who is meditating, how we are going to meditate. You see? Because main reason of restless, distracted mind, as I mentioned, this our 21st century, our life, whole world is a world of demand. Each and every one, even a little child, they have their own demand. Comparing to 100 years, their demand is much more larger, broader, and demanding than the before. And likewise, we all, each and every one. That means we have a more demand, is we have a more responsibility, we have a more desire, we have a more attachment. To fulfill all our desire and attachment, our life is too short to do so. Then what we get is, instead of satisfying, rather we get upset, we get humiliated by self, not able to being succeed, to achieve what you want. And then, when you take it, this all dissatisfactory kind of sense of emotion in us, then the wind is disturbed, the mind disturbed, your channels are disturbed, the point of energies are disturbed, because all are interrelated. So in order to that, harmonize the energy level, that is the wind element. Then the wind who is carrying our mind, it also need to be trained how to be calm, how to be satisfactory. What we need here is one thing. It is very important to make yourself more satisfactory, to learn ourselves how to be happy with what you have, who you are, as you are, instead of what you want more, what you want to be different than the reality and practical. Sometimes when we are not being very reasonable and practical, we just keep demanding, even it is not able to fulfill, but we keep demanding. And we are completely lost after that demand. We put whole force of energy of body and speech and mind. And at the end, we achieve nothing, but we get totally exhausted. Mind disturbed. Mind disturbed means mind is not resting. Mind is not in peace. Mind is not harmony, because you are not satisfactory. Because you don't look what you have. You just look what you don't have. You don't look what you have, and you don't try to be appreciating what you have, saying, I'm happy with what I have. For example, giving just an example, small thing. If you have one beautiful ornament, golden chain, and you are not saying, oh, before I didn't have, now I at least have a golden chain, so I'm very happy and I'm very lucky. Instead, oh, this is small, my friend has bigger than that. My friend has a more famous company. So competitive emotional thought is bringing here to compete yourself, to get more, which is beyond your affordable. But desire keeps demanding, no matter what, I want that. So you became all this, you are being sandwiched in between this desire and the demand. And you are not able to fulfill it. But rather, if you think, our demand and the desire is like an empty space, cannot fill it. As much as we have, still we can think we need more. And we think there's more space to have it. But only you can fill it up when you say it's enough. I'm enough with what I have. I'm happy because I have now this, which I didn't have many years. So you have to be proud and happy that I could manage to have something which I don't have before. If you think that way, that will make you satisfactory, that you are happy with what you have. And you are much more relaxed, no matter what and how many people have what. So mind needs to train. In Tibetan we call it Dechung Chokshye. Less desire, learn how to be satisfactory. You need to satisfy with what you have in the presence. You need to train your mind how to limit your desire. So if you could practice this too, and train your mind how to say, I'm happy, I'm satisfying with what I have, right? And then you will perfectly all right. So that way, if you train your mind in a sense that way, how to satisfying yourself and more relaxing, okay. And also think, those who don't have nothing, then you become rich. You become more happier and appreciative that I have. Thousands of people who don't have nothing, even much, much more worse than my level of condition. So I'm lucky, thanks to my karma, thanks to my all enlightened and so on and so forth. And you become much more happier because you look what you are happy with. You try to look what you makes happy. You don't try to run after what try to make you run and taking away from your happiness. That way you don't get happiness. Happiness, what you need to make yourself happy. That is what you can do it. So through meditation, when I say mental harmony or peace in yourself, you need to mind to understand, and you need to train your monkey mind how to be calm. Instead of jumping from tree to tree, you need to train your mind, say just be on one tree. So it's physically resting, mentally comfortable, and enjoying peace. That way, if you can train mindfully in your everyday life, if you could focus and make a presence of that concept in your everyday life, your life will be much more better life, happier life, peaceful life, harmony, more harmonic, more rest. Otherwise, this 21st century will keep you running until your last breath. Even you will not rest it. Even you have millions of property and dollars. If your mind is not trained how to rest and satisfy, you still think that I couldn't make it more, instead of happy and appreciating what you have now. And you will never achieve that happiness. So happiness is not somewhere and something can bring you. You just need to make happy by discovering that happiness is within, and you need to simply realize how to discover that happiness simply by looking into the positive matter, positive way, and contemplate on it without mind let distracted from here and there and running after of all those wanting. If you keep running after wanting, you will not able to see what you have already. Then you think you don't have anything because you have a destination to run. And then that will never let you rest it. What we are talking about is how to be rested mentally, so that will make ourselves more peace, calm, and relax. Right? So that is, I think, every day practice with this ninefold breathing, 5 to 10 minutes of meditation, bringing yourself mind inwards instead of outer world up there, bringing yourself the inner beauty, inner joy, perfection of inner quality need to be felt, need to be experienced, need to be within by experiencing and relaxing in that state of. And that, if you keep thinking in that way or positively, you could make familiarizing in those positive energies, positive thinking, positive perception. And then that positive will settle your mind more relaxing. And then if you can remain and sustain that relaxing period of your mind, that is sustaining the meditation quality of harmony in you. And you can remain in that. Once you're able to do all those minor emotional thought, just kind of like a dissolving the bucket of water mixing in the big ocean. It just simply integrated and never affect that bucket of water mixed in the big oceans. The great power of the depth of the ocean, of your inner space, has a full ability to dissolve everything and make everything in the same nature of that very calm and peace and harmony of ocean of space in us. Be in that state. Meditate mindfully. I think that is the how we could nourish ourselves mentally and physically. Nourishing mentally and physically, it is meant to be experiencing kind of joy of peace in self. That is what the meditation is meant for. Meditation need to be mind kind of suppressed from the force of energy of wanting, attachment, desire, anger, hatred, jealousy. All this is as simply the unproductive emotional thought. You let it arise because you are not being mindfully noticing those arising has a great power to distract and damage in your inner self. So through these positive concept of yourself looking inward, by thinking and looking inward, is the one that naturally you're entering into the state of very peace and harmony by nature. Truly by nature within is not a distracted. The emotionally we feel like we are distracted and we are running after that emotional. Meditation, once you train truly your mind, you're entering into the deep insight of your true level or the ground, the origin ground of your being. And that is not being touched by any emotional thought. You just need to be there and contemplate on it. Don't let yourself go out and run, but rather that's what we say, looking inwards, Kachite, you always look outward, you are being distracted and you are driven away. If you bring kanangte, look inwards, you are bringing in the right direction to your origin, which is naturally peace, harmony, untouched by emotional energy or emotional thoughts. Where you can rest all so-called stress, physical physical restlessness, mental restlessness. Once you get in that state of experience of your meditation, all naturally healed. You nourishes by being in the true origin of who you are. You are being able to connect yourself to your true origin. Most of the time we don't get that because we keep easily let ourselves distracted by all those emotionals and we run after. Then we have lot of, my friend, my enemy, I like and I dislike, and someone we are very attached, someone we are very angry and avoiding, someone we try to get it. All those things we are kind of spending our life there. My friend, myself, my parents, my relatives, or my enemy, my enemy's enemy, my brother's enemy, my sister's enemy. I dislike this person because my brother disliked, my mother disliked, my friend all those kind of things that we ourselves is generating, and the more we cultivate those all emotional thoughts, actually we are polluting our inner self, energetic level, feeling level, conception level. We are ourselves polluting. Through meditation, we are purifying those, We are purifying through the true power of meditation, true power of being in that harmony, true power of being in the true state of your own pure state of your being. It naturally has a great power of healing itself. That is where once you get into that meditation and well-train your mind, all those external matter of this appearance are never bothered by. Like a solid rock, not being able to damage or destroyed by the wind, strong wind and a rain and a shell, the rock remains still and solid and grounded. Likewise, if we well discover our true being in self, and well grounded with that, and by connecting, by discovering, we will not able to distract by our emotional thought. We experience it, but we will not let it damage and distract it. That has a potential of healing. That has a power of healing of meditation that we could. That is what we call a meditation, So, this is, I think, I like to limit here, and now I'm going to dedicate a dedication prayer, because I want you all join me, because it's very important. Everything we do in a spiritual way, meditation, prayers, thinking compassionately, kindness towards, it all makes difference whether it's beneficial to other or not. It's whether we dedicate them or not. Dedication is kind of generously giving and sharing any merit, any quality. So any merit and any quality we gain from this teaching, and I'd like to dedicate to whole world peace, and people, those who are suffering there, be healed, benefit and outreach our prayer and the dedication to their benefit. Oh, yeah. Thank you to everyone who is listening. And I hope that you have some information to use in your everyday life. And I pray and I thank you for all. And especially as I wish you all Good Friday as today, and also a happy holiday, a happy Easter holiday to everyone. Thank you very much.